Please have a seat. Good morning, members of the jury. All right, we'll get start with your next witness, Mr. Alanis.
State calls Adriana Flores.
Adriana Flores, please. Sergeant at Arms, please bring her up. Remind everyone about their cell phones. Please check them right now. I'm doing the same. Make sure they're on vibrate or off, please. Ms. Flores, good morning. Please come on up. Thank you. Good morning. You were sworn in already yesterday, is that correct? All right, please have a seat right over here. Uh-oh. I don't see it there. Hold on a second. Yeah, no, it's on. Correct. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. All right. Ms. Flores, if you could sit up a little bit so that we can get you right good on the microphone, Ms. Flores. You can pull the chair up a little bit. There you go. Gracias. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to ask you to scoot up and speak into the mic so that the court reporter can hear you. Thank you. Can you please state your name for the record?
Adriana Flores.
Do you know why you're here today?
Yes.
Why is it that you are here today?
Because I was Griselda's best friend.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to try to speak a little louder. You have a soft voice. What is your relationship with her? Is that as her best friend?
Yeah.
How did you know Griselda?
We went to school together.
Okay, when you say school, can you be more specific?
I met her in middle school and throughout high school.
And what grades, did you all share grades or in different grades? Can you please tell us?
We were in the same grade. Yeah, we were in middle school together, and in high school we were freshmen together.
Okay. And when did you all become best friends?
Throughout high school, we were really close in freshman year. Then I didn't go to school. I got out of school in my junior year, and then we reconnected in 2014.
How did you reconnect in 2014?
We had each other on social media, and we just started messaging each other.
How did your relationship evolve after that? Like, how did it grow?
We just started hanging out more, doing like the mom things, going out together.
Now, when you say the mom things, how many children do you have?
I have 4.
Okay. And you reconnected with her in 2014. How many children did she have at that point?
1.
Okay. And eventually, did she come to have another child?
Yes.
Who is that child?
Dominic
Hernandez?
Hernandez, yes.
Dominic Alexander Hernandez.
Dominic Alexander.
And did you know Dominic?
Yes.
So in 2015, you started doing mom things with her?
Yes.
Like what?
We would just go out. We would go out to eat, shop with the kids. At that time, she only had her first son.
What's his name?
Jaden.
Okay. Did you have any children close to the age of Dominic?
Yes.
Who is that?
My 2 youngest ones. They were a few months apart from each other. Like, yeah.
Do you remember when Griselda became pregnant with Dominic?
Yes, in 2015.
Let's talk about that. How did you learn about her pregnancy?
She texted me, and she told me that she was pregnant.
Did she tell you or discuss anything about the father of the baby?
Yeah, she told me that it was someone that she was dating, which was Anthony, and she just told me she was pregnant, and she didn't know what to do.
Had you ever met this Anthony
No.
at the time that she said that she was pregnant from Anthony? Did you know if she had been seeing this guy Anthony?
I knew she had been seeing Anthony, yeah, but I never met him or anything like that.
You mentioned that you would text Griselda. What other platforms would you use what other types of social media would you use to speak with her?
We usually message through Facebook Messenger and Snapchat.
Do you know if Griselda had a job?
No, she didn't.
What was Griselda doing in 2015, 2016?
She was going to school to TAMIU.
Do you know what she was pursuing?
Nursing.
Do you know how she was able to handle the jobs of school and being a mom?
What
How
do
was
you?
she doing it financially?
Oh, I do know that she was struggling a bit, and she was getting student loans and helping herself out with that.
Okay. And the student loans would help her with daycare?
With daycare, with the school, daycare, and anything she needed at that time.
Did you all live near each other?
Yes.
In what neighborhood per se, or what neighborhood can you tell the jury without the address?
She lived on Dillwood, and I lived on a neighborhood over, which was like Rancho Viejo, around there.
What do you call that part of the city? Off of what?
It's Mines Road.
Okay, so it's in West Laredo.
Yeah.
I want to go back to April the 9th of 2018. Do you remember that day?
Yes.
Did you remember coming in contact with Griselda on that day?
Yes.
How, if any, did you come in contact with Griselda?
On April 9th,
Yes.
she called me to ask if she can use my restroom, and she went over to my house.
Do you remember more or less what time this occurred during the day?
It was like around 9 in the morning.
Right before 9 or? in between?
Right before 9, or 9.
Okay. And when she arrived to your house, how did she get there?
She was in her sister's car.
What type of car was that?
It was a white Mercedes.
Was anybody else in the car?
Dominic.
Her baby. Okay. And where was he?
He was in the back seat, in the car seat.
Do you remember what he was doing?
He was with his little phone. He was watching a little cartoon or something.
On his own phone. Okay. How did you go out and greet Dominic?
Yes, she went inside the house to use my restroom, and I stayed outside with Dominic, and I stayed inside the car for a little bit.
Did you have any discussions with her or offer to take care of Dominic?
I don't recall if I offered to take care of him, but I did. I just stayed with him for a little bit and just waited till she came out.
Do you know where she was going?
Yes, to the park.
Where, when you say the park, what park is that?
Father McNoby.
Father McNoby or Father McNaboe Park?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. And do you remember seeing any food in the car?
Yeah, I saw Chick-fil-A.
So she was, any particular reason why she was going to Father McNaboe Park? You know why she was going to Father?
Yeah, she mentioned she was gonna go to the park to meet Anthony.
The father of the baby?
Yes.
Did you have any plans to see her later on that day?
Yes. We had our original plans was we had already discussed it a day before where she was gonna come over around noon. We were gonna watch a movie and hang out with the kids in my house.
And after she came out of the restroom and walked out of your house to get into your car, did she ask you anything about?
Before she left my house,
Yeah.
she said, "How do I look?"
And what did you say?
"You look great. Call me back. Call me when you're on your way."
Did you see her again that day?
No, I didn't.
Let's go and talk about this Anthony. Did she ever tell you what his last name was?
Yes.
What was his last name?
Burgos.
Anthony Burgos. What kind of information did she share with you about Anthony?
At the beginning, she just told me that he was a border patrol.
That was at the beginning. What else did you come to learn about Anthony?
Well, when we first talked about him, she just mentioned that he was a border patrol and that he was separated, and that's pretty much what I knew about him.
Did you know if he was living in Laredo?
No. From my understanding, he wasn't living in Laredo. Like, he worked, but he would just come sometimes.
So like he was stationed somewhere else?
Yeah, I believe so. So I thought.
Do you remember if Griselda advised him of her pregnancy?
Yeah.
To your knowledge, does Anthony ever help her with the baby financially?
No.
How do you know that?
Because she mentioned it to him, and he didn't want anything to do with the baby. Like, he didn't want her to go through the pregnancy, so he wasn't helping at all.
When you say he didn't want her to go through the pregnancy, what do you mean by that?
He wanted her to abort the baby.
And what was her decision?
She didn't want to. She was gonna keep the baby.
So going into 2017, Griselda's having financial problems or struggles in 2017. Griselda with the baby, school, financially it's tough.
Yes.
You guys discuss options or what she should do?
She did. Well, we did talk about her wanting to putting him on child support so she can help herself.
What was your opinion about that?
I told her that she should.
So, at that point in time, did she know before the decision? Ultimately, did she decide that yes, she's going to pursue child support?
Yeah.
Up until that time, did she know where Anthony lived?
No.
Did you or her both you try to find out more about Anthony?
Yes.
So tell us, did you help her try to find stuff out about Anthony?
We tried to do our investigation, I can say. We would go through social media, Google, see a little bit more about him, just see what we can find out. Because you need an address to be able to report for child support.
So as her best friend, you're helping her now try to find this guy? Yes?
Yes.
So you're using social media, like what?
Instagram, Facebook, and Google search.
Any success finding out information on him or his family?
She was able to find Instagram and the address on Google.
Okay. Now that she had the address, are we talking now 2017, close to 2018?
Close to 2018.
Around that whole child support time?
Yeah, I don't recall the dates.
That's fine. What, if anything, do y'all do?
Well, we find out where he lives, and we did pass by his house to see if we can, like, if he actually did live here or he didn't.
How many times were you, or let me ask you this, how, if any way, did you get to go to his house?
Would you?
Who was driving?
I would drive.
You would drive?
Yeah, I went like once or twice, and I drove when I was with her.
Do you remember the color of his house?
I don't remember the color of his house.
Do you remember more or less what part of town he lived in?
Around Shiloh Crossing, I want to say, or Shiloh, off Loop 20.
So if you enter Shiloh off of Loop 20,
Mm-hmm.
can you give me just a general direction how to get there?
So around where the Shiloh Crossing apartments are, in that subdivision.
You go in there?
Yes. I don't recall how to, more or less, but yes, passing the apartments.
Okay. So that's one of the landmarks there, the apartments. Any
Yeah.
other landmarks or buildings that you remember?
I remember there was a park nearby, and that's it. I don't recall anything else.
Were you ever able to find out if he had a family?
Yes, we
Tell us about that.
So we eventually found out that he was indeed married, and that the wife actually lived in Laredo.
Oh, why do you say she actually lived in Laredo?
Because at the beginning, when she thought that they were separated, or she wasn't in the picture, there was some mention that she lived out of state.
Where?
In Florida, I want to say.
Were y'all able to discover any information on his wife? Through social media on Anthony's wife?
Just her name.
Okay. And were you able to view any photos on her site?
Yeah, we saw some pictures of her children, of his kids.
Do you all remember, or what did you do when you all saw these pictures of the
Well,
children?
At that point, it's when he was like always denying, like, this is already like fast forward, he denied Dominic, so we just compared the pictures of his son to Dominic, and they were the same. They looked very alike.
When you say they were the same, you found pictures of Anthony's kids? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we saw a picture of one of his, I don't know if it's his youngest or which one, but there was a baby picture and it looked so much alike, like Dominic.
You have permission to approach her?
Amen.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 495, 494, and 496. I'll ask you if you recognize these pictures.
Yeah. Yes.
That's on 496. 495.
Yes.
See what is shown to the witness, I'm sorry.
Sure, I was gonna show them to you right now. She's not, I'm just asking if she's recognized as 494.
Yes.
Okay. And these are the images that you all saw on the Facebook.
Yeah. On Instagram, I'm sorry.
Instagram.
On Instagram.
494, 495, 496. Move to introduce 494, 495, 496.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Be admitted without objection.
Thank you. I'm first gonna show you these pictures. You recognize his little baby?
Yes. That's Dominic.
Right there. Dominic?
Well, Dominic, yes.
You recognize his little shoes?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Let me ask you, you saw Dominic on the last day he was alive. Was he walking?
No. Oh, he was in the car seat.
Okay, but was he okay?
No, I had seen him days prior. He was not walking.
And we'll get to that. I'm gonna show you also these little pictures.
Dominic.
And I'm gonna show you the other pictures.
That's Dominic.
Who's this little baby?
So I think that's his other son.
In other words, that's not Dominic.
That's not Dominic.
What number is on display now, sir?
This is 495.
All right.
So these little lips of kisses on Dominic, who did that?
Griselda.
And then it happens that Anthony's son, on his wife's page, she has kisses on his.
Yes.
And they look very similar.
Yes.
Do you remember what his name was on social media?
I'm sorry, who's?
Do you remember what name Anthony used on social media?
Roro Avi.
Can you spell that for us?
I think it's RORO, and then Avi is AVI.
Roro Avi.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you come to learn about the relationship that Griselda had with Anthony?
Well,
Like how often would they see each other?
they would see each other just once in a while. It wasn't I wouldn't say it was like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. It was more like they just dated once in a while.
Did you ever know how would they communicate?
By social media.
Okay. Do you know how she met Anthony?
All I know is that they met by social media,
But you don't know which social media?
not what platform. No.
Do you know what type of relationship Anthony had with Dominic?
They had no relationship.
In fact, did you ever learn about him wanting to give up his paternal rights?
Yes, he texted Griselda that he wanted to give up his rights.
Did you see that text? Or did she show you that text?
Yes.
And you said earlier that you would use social media, or you would use Instagram to communicate with her?
I would use Facebook Messenger and Snapchat to communicate with her.
May I approach you?
You may.
What I'm gonna do, Your Honor, to be more efficient with time, I'll show her all the text message printouts we have and have her identify them all instead of having to come back each
Mhm.
time. So I'm gonna show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 47, 48, 49, and have you look at 47.
Hmm.
You recognize this?
Yes.
Okay. You can look at the next one. You recognize what's in 48?
Yes.
Also, in 47, there's a couple of other pages. Can you look at it and tell me if it fairly and accurately depicts what's in there, that it's accurate? And that you recognize it?
Yes, I do.
Can you check the next page on 47?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay. Now go to 48, so you can check 48 and tell me and tell the court if it fairly accurately depicts what you're seeing.
Yes.
Okay. And in 49? Does that fair and accurately depict 49?
Yeah, that's my.
That's you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
These are all the ones I'm using to prepare.
487, 488, 489.
487, states 487, 88, and 89. Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Will be admitted without objection. Each one of them just have one page?
489 is one page, 488 is one page. For the record, 487 is 3 pages.
All right, thank you.
So I'm gonna show you what's already been admitted. That's 47. And
There's a way to reverse it.
it's gonna work on the 90.
So I have to just let it focus a little bit.
All right. This is line 8334. You recognize this?
Yes.
Okay. And you recognize the date? 1/13 of 2018, January the
Yeah.
13th. Okay. This is around the time where the child support case is, she's gonna
File.
file. And who is this text?
That's Griselda texting me.
Okay, can you read that out loud for the jury?
It's, dude, I'm bawling my eyes out right now. A, which is Anthony, is thinking about giving up his rights. I know I said I'd be okay, but I'm totally not. I literally don't know what I did to deserve such a douchebags as their dads. Jaden and Dom deserve more than this, more than them, and worst part of it all, I feel responsible for giving them shitty people as their fathers.
Okay. I'm on page 2 of State's Exhibit 47. Starting at the top, can you tell us what date that is?
January 14, 2018.
Okay, this is from who to who? This is
I believe I sent that.
Okay,
I sent it to Chris.
and what do you say?
When did you send this? Because I just got it.
And then?
Dude, fuck him. Way, he's such a douchebag. He doesn't deserve to ever see nor have anything to do with Dom.
That's what you say?
Yes.
Okay. Go on.
Dom doesn't need anyone but you and your family. He has everything. Don't even try talking with A anymore.
Okay,
Do-
so now you're gonna say a slang word.
Yes, in Spanish.
Spanish, and I want you to say it, and then we're gonna wait for a translation. Is that right, Judge?
Yeah.
Okay, so, what slang Spanish word do you say here?
I say que chingue su madre.
Fuck him.
And then continue. What else do you say?
I said fuck him with CS, meaning child support, y vámonos. Y vámonos que se vaya. And it's a slang word.
Or if you could read it real time, just say it. It's okay. Just go ahead and say it how you said it.
Okay, I said fuck him with child support, y vámonos que se vaya a la verga.
Fuck him with CS, and that's it. He can go to hell.
It's his child biologically, so he needs to support financially. No más hasta ahí, meaning
Let her.
And that's that.
And then what else do you say?
Dom will hurt more having a selfish person in and out of his life.
This is the advice you're giving her?
Yes.
Go ahead and continue.
Friday, I think.
Now this is, can you clarify for the record, is this from her to you or you to her?
I don't know. I can't see, and I don't recall if it's.
Judge, may we approach?
Approach? Yes, approach please.